I feel like these days saving money can feel impossible, especially if you have kids. Between groceries, daycare, school costs, and surprise expenses, it seems like there's never anything left at the end of the month. So the truth is, saving money isn't just about how much you make. There are real financial traps that can drain your money without you even realizing it. Today, I'm going to break down the biggest reasons why you're struggling to save and what you can do about it. Stick around because at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's standing between you and your savings and the first steps that you need to take to fix it. One of the main reasons why saving is a struggle is because you might not have an emergency fund. Life with kids is unpredictable. One day they're fine, and then the next day you're rushing them to urgent care. If you don't have an emergency fund, these unexpected moments just force you to rely on credit cards. And before you know it, you're in this cycle of debt. And the best way to get ahead of it is to have at least $1,000 set aside in a high yield savings account. I would even recommend $2,000 just so that one emergency doesn't wipe out all of your savings or your emergency savings. Even if you can only put away $20 a week, that small cushion will save you from scrambling every time life hits you with a curveball. If you're ready to take control of your money and start building that emergency fund, I have a simple budget spreadsheet that just makes it very easy to track your income and expenses. Just grab it now. It's free and it'll help you get started. Just check the description below. Another reason why saving is a struggle is because childcare costs are just too high. Daycare, after-school programs, babysitters, those can all take up a massive portion of your income. And even if you or your partner stay at home, the loss of that second income makes it harder to save. If you're drowning in childcare costs, look into dependent care FSAs. See if your employer offers any childcare benefits. Or consider just swapping childcare with another family that's in the same season. That way you can save some costs. I remember looking at getting a babysitter for date night, and I realized that the costs for watching my kids for 4 or 5 hours could be just as expensive, if not more expensive, than taking my wife out to a nice dinner. And what started to happen is that we would have specific date nights with each other, but we stopped going out to see the movies together. If we wanted to see a particular movie, one of us would go out and see it with some of our friends while the other person stayed home with the kids. It made more sense for us, and we still have plenty of shows that we still watch together at home. Another thing weighing down our savings, grocery bills. Feeding a family is expensive. Prices are up, kids are always hungry, and it's easy to overspend on convenience foods like pre-made or frozen foods. One way to cut back is to just stick with a meal plan and buy in bulk. Sticking to a grocery list and avoiding impulse purchases can save hundreds of dollars each month. If you're not already using cashback, grocery apps, or loyalty programs, there's a chance you might be leaving some money on the table too. Another struggle is too many kid activities. If you're a millennial parent like me, you're way more involved in your kids' lives than your parents were. And this directly affects your spending. And this is no shade to our parents or any of our elders who have supported us over the years. But let's be honest, many of us who had parents that worked jobs that demanded most of our parents' time meant that they either couldn't make it to practices or school plays and things of that nature. But us as parents now, younger parents, we find ourselves spending money on going out and going to and from sports practices and games, and we help out with fundraisers, there's plays at school and school events, and we're there much more than our parents' generation, and that directly affects our spending and our saving. Look, it's natural to want to give your kids every opportunity, but sports, dance, music lessons, summer camps, those all add up fast. And if you're spending hundreds every month on extracurriculars, just take a step back. Prioritize the activities that matter most, look for scholarships, and see if your local community center offers free or low-cost alternatives. Another hit to your savings could be medical costs. So even with insurance, co-pays, prescriptions, and emergency visits can take a big bite out of your budget. Kids get sick, accidents happen, and those bills add up quickly. If medical expenses are stretching your finances, then this is the chance for you to look into a HSA, so that's a health savings account, or a flex spending account, FSA, to pay for these costs with pre-tax dollars. And it's not gonna eliminate the expense, but it will make it a little bit more manageable. Another big struggle, and I find this to be very common in our generation, is being house poor. So if your rent or your mortgage is more than 30% of your income, saving is going to be hard. Housing costs are higher than ever, and many families are stuck just paying for more than they can afford. And if you're in this situation, there are some ways to lower your costs. And it may take a lot of work, but it could be refinancing, renegotiating your rent. You might even consider moving. But either way, it's not going to be an easy decision. Maybe you can find an affordable area, but if your housing costs are crushing your budget, it's something you seriously have to evaluate. Another thing would be living alone when you can't afford it. So living alone is expensive, and especially if you happen to be a single parent, this can be even tougher. Housing costs obviously double when you don't have someone to split the expenses with. If saving money is a priority, find a roommate. Move in with someone temporarily or family. You can look at co-housing with another parent that's in the same situation. It's not about giving up independence. It's about making sure you can afford and build a financial future for yourself and for your kids. I know for me, living with family or roommates before getting married was a big difference maker, and it helped me just build wealth compared to just living alone. A big struggle with savings happens to be our car notes. So as of the third quarter of 2024, the average monthly car payment in the US was $737 for a new car. And if it was a used car, it'd be $520. The average car payment today is hundreds of dollars a month. And then you have to add insurance, gas, maintenance. It's one of the biggest expenses in your budget now. And if your car is eating up too much of your income, it's time to rethink your options. This could be refinancing, selling for a more affordable vehicle, or even just driving less can help free up some money that could contribute towards your savings. One other struggle too, it has nothing to do with you. It's these corporations. So the advertising companies and the corporations that work with them, they spend billions of dollars every year convincing you to just spend more money. From commercials designed to make your kids beg for the latest toy, or social media ads pushing products to promise to make everything easier. You've seen them, trust me. Those pressures to spend are literally everywhere. Brands market directly to parents. They play on their guilt, convenience, and social status to get you to buy things you don't need. There are subscription models, there are limited time offers, one-click purchasing that makes it so easy to just spend without even really thinking. If you really want to fight back and build some of your savings, you have to start questioning every single purchase. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I being marketed to? Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Avoid impulse buys at the cash register or wherever. And if you're going to buy something, take 24 hours to just think about any non-essential purchase. One big struggle too is just simply not earning enough money. Sometimes the problem isn't really overspending at all. It's just that there's not enough coming in. Your bills take up your entire paycheck. Saving doesn't even feel realistic, and the only way forward is to increase your income. This might mean negotiating a raise, picking up a side hustle, or investing in skills that can help you get a higher paying job. If you cut costs, that helps, but at a certain point, more income is the only solution. One other struggle could be supporting family members. So many parents aren't just raising kids, they're helping their own parents or maybe even their siblings or extended family financially. And while it's natural to want to help, it could be putting a strain on your own ability to save. So it's important to set some boundaries, have some honest conversations about what you can and can't afford, and look for resources that might be available to help family members who need it. A big struggle that I've seen lately, technology and subscription costs. So between streaming services, phone bills, video game subscriptions, technology costs add up really quickly. And it's easy to sign up for a service and then forget about it while it quietly drains your account each month, especially if it's only $5 for a service to play video games online, or $10 a month to watch premium channels, or another $20 to stream on multiple devices to watch specific movies. If you do that 3 or 4 more times, you have regular ongoing costs. So just take some time to audit your subscriptions, cut out what you don't need, and rotate services instead of spending or paying for them all at once. Another really big struggle with savings is not having a clear savings goal. So if you don't know what you're saving for, it's really easy to just spend the money anyway. If you have vague goals like, I want to save more. That's not enough. You have to set a specific savings target. Maybe it's a vacation fund, a down payment for something, a college fund, and just automate the contributions towards that. Having some type of purpose for your savings makes it much, much easier to stay consistent. Now, another struggle would be fear of missing out or social pressure. And I'm looking at you, social media. It's really hard to watch other families go on big vacations, throw extravagant birthday parties because they've been crazy nowadays, or just seeing people buy their kids the latest gadgets and not feel like you should be doing the same thing. But the truth is, trying to keep up with others is the fast track to financial stress. Focus on what's best for your family, not what looks good on social media. Don't even feel like you have to post it, to be honest. And lastly, one other struggle would be not being organized with money. If you don't have a budget, don't track your spending, and don't know when bills are due, then you're likely losing money every month. And late fees, overdrafts, and impulse spending, those all add up pretty fast. The easiest way to start saving more is to get organized. Set up automatic bill payments, track your spending. Have a plan. Just have a plan for where your money is going before your paycheck even hits your account. Look, saving money as a parent is hard, but it's not impossible. The key is identifying what's holding you back, making small changes, and just make those changes add up over time. If you want a simple way to just track your expenses, stay on top of your bills, and start saving more money, grab my free budget spreadsheet. It's an easy tool to just help you stay in control of your finances. The link is below in the description. So let me ask, what's one change you can make today to start saving more? I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you want to know more tips on how to save and grow your money, check out this next video. And until next time, stay present.